So I'm going to talk about one simple tip that's going to help you instantly get better footage from your GoPro camera. This applies to any GoPro, and I'm going to quickly show you what this is. So when you're filming with your GoPro, you want to have the sun at your back and you want to have your subject in front of you. In other words, you want to have your subject, whatever it is, whether it be landscape or a human or an animal, whatever it is, you want your subject to have the sunlight illuminating it and you want the sun behind you. Now, if you can't have the sun perfectly behind you, you can also do a 45-degree angle where the sun is 45 degrees behind either shoulder, but you do not want to be facing the sun. Your footage is not going to look as good as if you have the sun at your back. But if you do need to face the sun, follow this simple tip to get properly exposed, good-looking footage for your subject. So if you do need to face the sun, here's the one thing you want to do in your GoPro. You want to click off center and you want to hold on your screen. And you're going to get this box right here that appears and it's going to say auto exposure. You want to drag this around to whatever your subject is. In this case, let's say my subject is this grass in the meadow in front of me. I'm going to click the check mark once I have it set. And then I'm going to hit record. So as you can see now, the foreground here is a lot brighter versus before it was a lot darker because of the sun. So we can move this any which way. It's going to maintain that exposure that we set. And then if you want to cancel this, all you have to do is click anywhere inside the box. It's going to cancel that exposure and readjust it. So as you can see, that box makes a big difference. You can do it while you're recording too. I'm going to hit the check mark again. That's what it looks like with the exposure locked. That's what it looks like with the exposure auto. So let's say we wanted to properly expose that sky. We're going to click up here and hold. And we're going to put it around the sun. We're going to click check. So in that case, it basically makes the sun look like the moon. And your foreground and the ground is going to be very dark. But that's how you lock the exposure. If you don't have to face the sun, you're going to get a lot better results. So as much as possible, keep that sun behind you or at a 45-degree angle behind your head. So this is an example of the sun directly behind me. And a quick and easy way to know if the sun is directly behind you is your shadow is going to basically line up with the center of your frame. So generally you don't necessarily want to get your shadow in the frame, but that's a quick and easy way to know. And then 45 degrees is going to be approximately right here. And then 45 degrees the other way, it's going to be approximately right here. So when you have it at the 45, an easy way to tell is your shadow is going to be on the edge of your frame. See how that works right there? 45 there, and 45 here. And then of course, when we start going in this direction, as you'll see, when we start facing the sun, things don't look nearly as good without that trick for the exposure lock. But then when we start going this way, things start to get better. And then we get back to the 45 again, where I'm on that side. So this is with the sun at a 45-degree angle and us ducking into some shadows. When we come out of the shadows again, yeah, that looks real nice there. I like how that looks. Looks really good. If you were gonna be the subject facing the sun, I like the 45-degree angle because it'll shine on one part of your face and put the other one in shadow. And that tends to give a little more depth to the scene that you're filming. So right now I have that sun at about a 45-degree angle, which I like. Because if I'm facing the sun, it could get a little bright. So if I'm here, all the way over to here is also an acceptable angle. So this is 45 this way. That's full on with the sun. And then it's 45 this way.
Now I want.
If you do this here, you know, it's gonna go across your face and it doesn't look so good. So when you're talking to the camera, 45 degrees, aim for that. So have the sun up in a corner, it's gonna look much better. And it's gonna be easier to talk and you're not gonna be like this trying to see.